everybody, welcome back to my channel. I've decided to do a kind of catch-up video vlog just to kind of catch you guys up to what's been going on. I will be putting up a video that I'm very excited about. I actually filmed it last fall, and if you've been watching me for a while, then you know I took a large break, almost a year, because my computer broke and just wasn't in a place financially to replace it at the time, so unfortunately I had a lot of videos that went unuploaded.
Hey guys, I thought I would switch to a proper camera where you can actually hear me and the audio is not all jacked up. I dropped my iPhone. I upgraded last year when they came out with the 7, so I dropped my iPhone at some point earlier this year, and the audio just hasn't been the same, and now it's a little cracked on the bottom. But of course I'm not going to replace it because it's a lot of money, and even though I do have the insurance, it's still like $200 and something to replace it. And now of course the 8's coming out, and then the X, and oh gosh, first world problems, right? But anyways, at least with this camera you can hear me. But as I was saying, that video that I made last year will be going up very soon. I'm super excited about it. It's basically just like fall books that I recommend, books that I love to read during the fall. I've read all of them. I think it might be a 2-part, possibly even a 3-part video. It's super long and covers almost all genres, so there's a little bit something in there for everybody. So that video will be going up very, very soon, and I'm actually working on editing it right now. But I digress, or do I? I don't even know anymore. But I have read a lot of books since the last time I spoke to you guys. Oh my goodness, I can't even. I need to start documenting everything on Goodreads again. I stopped doing that a while ago, and my Goodreads is not up to date. So hopefully by the end of this month, my Goodreads will be up to date with everything that I have read so far this year. I have been reading a lot on my Kindle, and I have something called Kindle Unlimited, where for about $10 a month you have unlimited access to all of these books for free. I mean, it's a membership, so you're paying $10 a month to have like kind of this library available to you with thousands of books that you can just download. You can keep up to 10 books at a time, and no, I'm not being sponsored by them or anything. I have been a member of Kindle Unlimited for, oh my gosh, years now. So if you guys didn't know about it, I just wanted to pass along the word and say that it is worth it, and I love it, especially if you love new adult books or mystery. I know they have a lot of mystery on there. They have a lot of just like super popular books that have been very hyped up over the years. I would say over the past 10 years. So if you are wanting to catch up on some fiction, like very popular books that have come out in the past decade that you didn't get a chance to read, most of them are on Kindle Unlimited. All the Harry Potter books are on Kindle Unlimited. So there are a ton of books on there. And if you like to discover new authors, like new contemporary authors, new adult authors, they're all on Kindle Unlimited. So there's my little plug. And they really do need to sponsor me because it's awesome. And I think I gave them a damn good ad right there. But anyways, I have read a ton of books since I last saw you, as I said, and I have rediscovered a genre, and this is a genre that I was super into in high school for a very brief moment in time, and I haven't read it since, so it's very nice to come back to it. And this is the urban fiction genre. I really hate that label. I feel like it's slapped on anything that has Black people or African people throughout the diaspora involved in any way, shape, or form. They slap the urban label on it. You have your urban music, you have your urban art, and your urban books. But yeah, despite the label, I have been very much enjoying it. And this is not to be confused with African literature or African American literature. This is contemporary urban fiction. So mostly it involves love stories where the main characters are Black. And by Black, for the most part, I've run across mostly African Americans, and I did run across a Nigerian American, or half Nigerian American, in one of the books. All of the books take place primarily in America. A few characters will travel, like maybe to the Caribbean or to France, but mostly the books take place in America. So I have been loving it. I really have been enjoying seeing myself or people who are like me represented in the books that I read and being the main characters and having agency and their stories being told. It's very refreshing, and that's honestly why I have been obsessed with this genre lately, and that was why I became obsessed with it in high school, because after years of reading classics, mostly British and English classics, and years of reading children's books where there weren't a lot of characters that made me feel like, oh, I see myself represented in a work of fiction, I discovered the urban genre and fell in love. I was like, wow, there are books with people that look like me, written by people that look like me, and maybe their lifestyles are not like mine, or their identities are not close to mine, and their interests or their socioeconomic class, whatever the case may be, but these people do look like me, and it's nice to see that in books. You know, that's why I'm so big about diversity and diverse books. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. So I have read a ton, and if you are interested, I can recommend a few authors to you. Let me pull up my Kindle app, and I will talk to you about some of the authors that I'm loving. And you know, if I recommend something to you, it's going to be well written, it's going to be interesting, it's going to have a story, it's not going to be predictable, it's going to, you know, when you read something and you just get swept away by the story and you don't want to put the book down and you almost forget to eat dinner. If I recommend something to you, that's the kind of reading experience you're going to have. You can always trust my word on that. And a lot of these authors, if not all of them, are independent authors and independently published, which I'm going to be joining their ranks soon. So I love reading books by indie authors even more now. I always have, but even more now. I'll give you my top 2 favorite authors, and then I'll give you some other ones. At the moment, I'm reading a novel by Alexandra Warren, who is someone like one of the newer ones I've discovered. But my 2 favorite authors would probably be, oh gosh, this is a hard one. I would say my number 1 is probably, it might be tied actually. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you my 2 favorite authors that I couldn't agree on, but I think my 2 favorite authors have to be Christina C. Jones and Love, is it Love Belvin? It has to be Love Belvin because I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh, I've read almost everything that Christina C. Jones has out. Yes, Love Belvin. So Christina C. Jones and Love Belvin are tied in my number 1 spot. And it's kind of cute because they're best friends. They thank each other all the time in their little like author notes and in their dedications. It's the cutest thing ever. So they're like author friends and besties, and they're my 2 favorites. Love their stories. They're just real. The relationships are very real, very dynamic. The characters are so 3-dimensional. It's crazy. It's like you feel like you know them. And they're not predictable at all. They're not formulaic at all. Love Belvin in particular has a series featuring a pastor who has a very interesting lifestyle that you would never think that a pastor would have. And she has a great way of interweaving spirituality and sexuality into her work that I find very realistic. And I love her voice. Christina C. Jones is very dynamic as well. She's a little bit more formulaic with some of her work. She's written so many books, and she has her own formula, which if you've read all of her books as I now have, you kind of catch on to it at some point. But all of her novels definitely stand apart and on their own 2 feet, and they're all lovely, great stories to while away an afternoon or an evening with. So I love those 2 authors. Then a close third will be Jacinta, is that how you say her name? Jacinta Howard? Jacinta? I don't know if the J is pronounced or not, but I absolutely am obsessed with her. I actually discovered her in her books before this whole little urban fiction obsession, and I wouldn't characterize her as urban fiction exactly. It's hard. I feel like her books are very hard to put into a box, which I love books like that. I love authors who write stories where you're like, I can't really put this into a box, because I think that's brilliant. But her stories feature young adults, usually college age, so it's like she writes new adult type books almost, with main characters who are Black, which is fabulous, I feel. So yeah, I really love her, and she has this series. It's the Prototype series, and the series is named after the OutKast song Prototype, which I love. If you know anything about OutKast or you enjoy their music at all, you will really enjoy this series. It's about a band, so it's a very music heavy series, which I also love. So she is a close third. Then after her, I would have to go with, let's see, I'm going through all my options. Ooh, Nia Forrester. I love her. I have now completed everything that she has currently put out. Oh my gosh, I read through her entire, like, you know, all of her work in like a week. I could not stop. I just kept reading one after the other. And I will say her relationships are very roller coastery, so I wouldn't say they're super drama filled, because the drama still feels realistic and very like, yes. But yes, Nia Forrester, definitely number 4. And then B Love, not to be confused with Love Belvin, just the initial B dot Love. Love her books as well. She has a way of integrating a lot of like philosophy into her books, and she almost feels like a relationship guru. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like a life coach. Yes, very life coach type stuff. She talks a lot about self-love and enlightenment, and she has a great way of weaving that into her stories that I've never seen before. So definitely her. And then recently I have discovered, I said earlier, Alexandra Warren. I'm currently reading one of her books right now. I finished one of her books last night. And then Ivy, no, let me not give her shine because I didn't really like that book. No, not you, Ivy. Yes, Jai Brene. I don't know. I'm going to write all these authors' names here, so you know me in pronunciations. But yeah, Jai Brene is someone I just discovered, and she only has 3 books out, and I've already read them all. So good. 3 a.m. is perfect. I loved that book. And then she has another book that has 2 volumes called Love Allure. So it's like love.allure. And it has volume 1 and volume 2, and I devoured those within 48 hours. So yes, I'm obsessed with these authors. These are the only ones I could think of right now. If I think of any more, I will list them. But yeah, these are the ones that I'm super obsessed with at the moment. Ooh, Alexandria House. I forgot about her, not to be confused with Alexandra Warren. Alexandria House, I read her earlier in July, I think. I read everything. But I didn't find her to be as memorable as the other ones, but I still really enjoyed her work. But yeah, so just a little catch up. I've been obsessed. I will continue to be obsessed. I don't know when this obsession will end. And then to end this video, let me show you some of the new releases that I have recently acquired. So it's not as many books as I thought. For some reason I thought it was like a ton, and it's not. It's like 3. One of them I think I've already shown you guys in my June haul, or is it July? Lord, who knows. And it's this one, Because You Love to Hate Me. If I haven't shown it already, I'm showing it now. If I have shown it already, I apologize. I've completely forgotten. I have shown you guys this, I think, because I plugged A. Marie's channel and her music. Right? Thumbs up this video if I've shown you this already. Thumbs up this video anyway. Hey, love you guys. Yeah, I think I've shown this. I'll link my June, July, whatever haul right now. Go check it out. And then, of course, you know I had to pre-order Wonder Woman, you know what I'm saying. Written by Leigh Bardugo. Leigh Bardugo wrote, what is that series? It's been so long since I've been in the YA world. I've just like forgotten everything pertinent about young adult authors. Okay, Leigh Bardugo, what did you write? Fantasy series. I think I even like own the series. Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, which yes, I own. So embarrassing. But yeah, she wrote those, which people have raved about. Has she written anything else? Except this. But yeah, so I haven't seen Wonder Woman the movie yet. I've turned into one of those people that only wants to see movies once they've come out on like DVD or Netflix. It's really sad. I don't barely go to the theater anymore, but I want to watch Wonder Woman, and then I'm gonna read this, and I'm super excited. I had to get it. I mean, I had to. I have the latest, I mean, how could I not pre-order this, in the series, the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, the queen. You guys know I'm obsessed with her and her books. This is Tower of Dawn, and it's kind of like, it's not a spin-off, it's definitely part of the series, but it follows Kale when he goes off. Let me not spoil it for you guys. Let me just say it follows Kale. If you haven't read this series yet, I really don't know why. Like, what are you doing with your life? Isn't it embarrassing for you to admit that you haven't read this? You know? Just stop. Save yourself. Stop. Stop the embarrassment. Go pick it up. Do it. Like, come on. Come on. But not least, this is the most recent one I got in the mail. This is Jane Unlimited by Kristen Kishore. I absolutely am obsessed with her writing. It's been a while since she's come out with something. She wrote the companion series with, the last book was Bitter Blue, but the first book, Graceling. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite books ever. I'm telling you guys, it's been so long since I've been in the YA world, I can't remember names of books or anything, so forgive me. But yes, Graceling, one of my very favorite books ever, followed by Fire, and then lastly Bitter Blue. So it's a companion series, fantasy. It's excellent, it's epic, love it, reread it several times, recommend it to all. And now we have this new work that she's written, Jane Unlimited. I have no clue what this book is about. If you could change your story, would you? Jane has lived a mostly ordinary life. She was raised by her deceased aunt. And then I guess her aunt obviously dies. And then she's directionless. She doesn't know what to do. Someone shows up and is very glamorous and enticing and tries to get her to go on this adventure. Her aunt had told her about this certain place that this person's trying to get her to go to. So she, I guess, decides to go on the adventure. Changes her life. Ooh, she might fall in love, she might lose her life, she might come face to face with herself. Good stuff, guys, good stuff. That's it for this video. It's gotten entirely too long, so I'm going to end it now. And yeah, I will catch you guys in my next video. Thanks for sitting down and catching up with me. And definitely, if you like what you've seen here and you like other videos on my channel, subscribe. What are you waiting on? Join the fam. Subscribe. It's lit. You know. Yeah. Okay. Enough slang for today. Yeah. And give this video a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye! I know you guys haven't seen Teddy this whole video. Teddy! He's chilling on the floor. He is not about this life.